Friends, gather round because tonight we're talking about something truly thrilling. Tariffs. Okay, maybe thrilling isn't the right word. Confusing? Infuriating. Like watching a slow-motion train wreck, but the train is full of washing machines. Those might be closer. In 2018, the Trump administration decided to hit China, Canada, and Mexico with tariffs. Basically, they slapped taxes on goods coming from those countries, thinking it would magically bring back American jobs. It was like trying to fix your leaky faucet with a sledgehammer, messy, loud, and likely to make things much, much worse. The stated goal? Protect American businesses from unfair competition, but economists warned this could backfire spectacularly, and spoiler alert, they were right. Buckle up because we're about to dive into the economic dumpster fire that is a trade war. Remember that sledgehammer? Turns out it didn't just hit China, Canada, and Mexico, it also whacked American consumers right in the wallet. See, when you make imported goods more expensive, guess who ends up paying the difference? That's right, folks. You, the American shopper. Suddenly everything from cars to washing machines to avocados got pricier. And not just a little bit pricier, we're talking hundreds of dollars more for some items. It was like the world's worst hidden tax hike, and it hit everyone's wallets hard. But wait, there's more. Remember those supply chains, the intricate networks that get products from factories to your doorstep? Yeah. Tariffs threw them into chaos. Businesses, relying on parts from China, Canada, or Mexico, suddenly faced delays, shortages, and skyrocketing costs. It was like playing Jenga with the global economy, and someone just pulled a really important block. Okay, so prices went up and supply chains went haywire. Not great, but surely things settled down, right? Well, not so fast. See, those tariffs weren't just a slap on the wrist, they were a declaration of economic war. China, Canada, and Mexico didn't just take it lying down, they retaliated with their own tariffs on American goods, targeting everything from soybeans to bourbon to lobsters. Suddenly, American businesses found themselves shut out of key markets, their products too expensive to compete. This tit-for-tat tariff battle had a chilling effect on global trade. Countries started looking for other trading partners, ones less likely to start throwing tariffs around like confetti at a bad wedding. The global trading system, already fragile, began to crack under the strain. Section 4, Collateral Damage Industries caught in the crossfire. Now let's talk specifics, shall we? Because while economists love talking about abstract things like trade deficits and macroeconomic trends, real people work in real industries, and those industries felt the burn. Take the automotive industry. Cars are complex beasts with parts sourced from all over the world. Tariffs on steel and aluminum from Canada and Mexico drove up costs for American car manufacturers, making their cars less competitive globally. Meanwhile, retaliatory tariffs from China hurt American car exports, costing jobs and profits. Agriculture was another casualty. China, a huge market for American soybeans and pork, slapped retaliatory tariffs on those products, devastating American farmers. Many farmers already struggling with low prices and rising debt were forced out of business. It was like the Dust Bowl, but this time the dust was made of bad trade policy. And let's not forget technology. Tariffs on Chinese electronics, from smartphones to computer chips, raised prices for American consumers and hurt American tech companies that rely on Chinese manufacturing. It was enough to make you want to throw your smartphone out the window, but then you'd have to buy a new one, which would be even more expensive thanks to tariffs. Section 5, Beyond the Bottom Line, Geopolitical Fallout and the Need for Smart Trade. So friends, what did we learn? Well, for starters, that tariffs are a bit like playing with fire. You might think you're in control, but things can get out of hand very quickly and then everyone gets burned. The trade war with China, in particular, had far-reaching consequences. It heightened tensions between the two superpowers, undermined global economic stability, and did little to address the underlying trade imbalances that supposedly triggered it in the first place. It was like trying to put out a fire with gasoline, well-intentioned perhaps, but ultimately disastrous. So what's the solution? Well, it's certainly not more tariffs. We need smart strategic trade policies that protect American jobs and businesses while also recognizing the interconnectedness of the global economy. We need to work with our allies, not against them, to create fair and sustainable trade rules, because in the end, folks, a trade war doesn't have winners and losers. It just has losers and a whole lot of them, and that's a lesson we should all take to heart.